We have all these kind of faux finishes, and they were trying to make the material look like something that it wasn't. On the inside, in the monument room, it was originally what they called in the original bills, it was stuccoed in imitation of stone.
Now, in imitation of stone, what does that actually mean? Was it sufficient to give it the impression of these blocks of stone?
The walls were first stuccoed in 1837, but within a year they're already getting damaged by water. And by the 1860s, they say that the plaster had really failed inside. We had the wall material analyzed, and we determined that it was Portland cement, which is really kind of a late 19th century material, so we know that it was added later.
When they replastered it, they used a Portland cement finish coat on it. Portland cement is an impermeable material. The building got very, very wet for all of its life, so the decision was made we need to get all of this impermeable material out of here. The original materials manifest indicate that the building was originally plastered in a natural or hydraulic cement. So not only was the natural cement, the Roman cement, more period appropriate to put back in the building, but it's the best thing to do for the structure. It just needs to breathe. The joint lines were cut in the finish coat of plaster, and that was very typical of many periods of plaster construction, and it gives the effect of massive block walls without the expense, obviously, or the weight.
The fence that surrounds the monument proper was designed by Robert Mills, and it went up in the late 1830s. And when it was originally installed, it was actually painted kind of a bronze color. It's made of cast iron, but like many things in the 19th century, it was made to look like a more elaborate finish than it was originally.
The bronze green paint, I think, would have been a relatively uniform surface. Just the weathering of the fence would have required a more opaque and sort of sturdy, dense finish, pigmented finish. Finding remnants of paint on exterior cast iron dating to this construction is certainly extremely rare. I found a number of locations where the paint layering matched up, so I felt quite secure in advising that those were the early finishes. And of course, the pigments were the type that would have been used. I was ecstatic.
Like the fence, we will be making the doors look like bronze.
When we first saw the doors, it was rather apparent to us that they were designed, even though built out of wood, to look like a metal door. And so we've gone through a series of mock-ups and trials to try to figure out what would look best and try to mimic as close as we can what may have been here. There's no evidence left, because they've been refinished before, of what that bronze finish was.
We kind of started with some stock faux bronze, and they weren't anywhere near what we wanted. So we took those to the site, and we got some input of mostly these bronze letters that are on the monument. They have a nice glow to them, just sitting there for, as many years as they've been there without anybody touching them. It's a good challenge to kind of deconstruct how that might look in paint. I think this finish, this faux bronze, is going to look much more appropriate than what came back was like a polyurethane oak door that doesn't seem to appear anywhere else in the monument. So this faux bronze, I think, is going to look fabulous.